Hi, I hope you're doing good as always. This is Steve here, and I want us to do something today, which is actually loading a sprite on stage and changing the backdrops of the stage. Those two things: loading a sprite on stage, deleting a sprite, and also what I've just said, changing the backdrops on stage. So let's go. Let's do it. Hmm. Now, as I said last time, a sprite is just a character in Scratch that performs the actions that we intend it to do. Right? So for us to program this sprite, okay, we first must load it on stage. And I said this entire area is the what? The stage. Now, by default, Scratch gives you the sprite 1, which is in the image of this cat. So deleting it, just clicking on it, you'll have a blue outline on it. That means you just click on it. So you press the delete icon at the far tip, it goes away. Okay. To add a sprite on stage, basically come to this icon here with this cat face. It's written choose sprite. Now you can decide to upload if you have your sprite right inside your computer, or you can decide to just choose from the library we have in Scratch. That is, come here, click right in the middle of this one, then you'll be exposed to a number of sprites, and now they are grouped in categories. We have the animal sprites. This contains all the animal sprites. We have people, contains people only. We have fantasy, basically things that are not from the natural world. We have dance, sprites of people who are in motion. We have music. We have sports. We have food. We have fashion, and we have letters. So it depends with what type of project you're handling. You can just come to the Scratch sprite library, pick whatever it is you want. Say for example we want a forest kind of a project, or an animation with a forest environment. I'll just say come pick a fox, and it will add my fox on stage. Then for the backdrop, I'll come to this part here. You see this choose backdrop, click on it, and similarly it has all these kinds of library of backdrops. Remember, backdrop is just the background cover on your stage to make your project more real. I have fantasy, I have music, I have sports, outdoors, indoors, space, underwater, patterns, and of course remember you can upload from this part here, upload backdrops. Now with my fox on stage, I'll proceed and add a forest background. You can type from this part here. There we go. There we go. You have your fox, and of course you have your forest. Now I've said that we're also going to learn about changing the size and the direction and the coordinates of your fox. Now you can choose to move your sprite on stage using the mouse that way, or you can decide to use the coordinates, XY coordinate. Like say X tells you at what point is your scratch along the horizontal lane. Y tells you at what point is your sprite along the Y y coordinate, which is the vertical axis on your stage. That's clear. Then direction tells you the face or the side to which your sprite is facing. Say if I want my fox to face the other side, I'll just do this, but then I won't stop there because this is not what I wanted. Then I will come to this part here, left, right, this part, these two arrows facing each other, left, right. Then I'll click on it and it will change the direction. You see? Now, if I want to increase the size of my fox, I've said if I now want to change the size of my fox, I'll come here and edit, delete what is there. Say I want it to be a bit smaller, say 40, and I'll do that. The fox changed. If I want my fox to hide, I just click on here and it will hide. If I want it to show, click there and it will show. If I want to again to increase the size, come here, increase the size to say 120. It increases. If I want to change its position using the y and x coordinate, I might come here, edit say 45 and say negative 156. See, it changed the position to somewhere down there. Good. Thank you for your time. Hope you learned something and you can try it by yourself.